Hello, James. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Evening with Roxanne. We have a few people in the house. Go ahead and say hello in the chat. Oh, James is here. Who else is here? Say hi. Say hi. Say hi. My glasses are like really crooked tonight. Why are they so crooked? Ginger. Yay, Ginger made it. Hi, Ginger. Hello. Hello. Okay, we are 7 o'clock. We are starting our Sunday evening little chit chat. Get a new kind of tea. Hello, Ann. I'm trying cranberry. Yeah, it's all right. I found some dried grapefruit and I put it in with it and it kind of enhances it a little bit. Hello, Jennifer. Welcome, welcome. Lots of kisses to you. Okay, I think, yep, we got a good amount of people in the room. Good, hello. I think we're going to get started here on what we're going to talk about this evening. First of all, thank you all for tuning in and supporting the channel. Let me get the housekeeping out of the way. We have a few people here, and is in the class that's starting on Tuesday. So I just want to announce that we have classes starting this Tuesday at 7 p.m. Central. It's called Ascension Classes. If you click the link below to my thing, just look at the tab Ascension Classes. It starts this Tuesday. The first class we're going to be covering for the month in September will be the class of recognition. There's a workbook involved. We get very understanding about what you should look at in reality to understand how to change your reality, thus changing your world. Recognition is the key. It's the foundation. It's a fantastic class. And so I encourage all of you to, any of you who have not joined, to consider it as an option for your ascension path. And we got Kevin here. Hello, Kevin. And Kostanazi. I'm getting punched by new ideas that give me new taste on life. Who knew now is important. I always got ready for then. Exactly. Don't get ready for then. Hello, Nene. Mwah. Don't get ready for then. Be now, man. I mean, now is where it's at. I wanted to talk a little bit about the now, but there's something I want to share with you because I'm always finding new parts to work on in discovery. And I shared in my advanced classes, and we did a lot of work with Sly in the advanced classes on being now and what it is to be now and what now actually entails. It's not just now. Now is a dimension. It's called eternity. It's a place, and everything spans off of now. Your past is created from the now. Your future is created by your actions in the now. It is fantastic. So, but the one thing I wanted to look at there, that Sly's been teaching us, and I want to share with you guys, we've been spending a lot of time working away from interpretation of imagery, memory, and then based off of our interpretation of that scene, of that memory, of that current now through emotional content, then we get an experience of polarity, right? So once you transcend your belief systems, which is recognition transcendence, you have to work on that. That's part of the classes. But once you understand that, you don't operate in a way in just interpreting reality through what your memory says things are, what should be, what's not going on, and how you react to it. You start to feel. And that's a very, very odd thing because we feel anyway. We feel our emotions. We feel our emotions in every interpretation. We're somewhere between suffering and joy. And most of us hang around mediocrity. We look forward to things. We get upset by things. You know, things are disappointments. We have successes. We have great times. And then we have fucking horrific atrocities, right? So those are the emotional standards of polarity. So come to discover, when we're living in a reality of interpretation through a different part of you, that's not bound by the laws of polarized truths, you don't relate in imagery and what your memory says. You don't look at the sight of it and then interpret off of that. You don't see a tree and interpret the tree. You feel the tree. And it's a whole different language. It's a whole different interpretation. So like my whole work that I've been doing in the last month solid, new way of meditating, new way of watching my mind, a deeper sense of the observer that I built to explore the reactionary mind from a standpoint of neutrality. You get educated. You get intelligence. You're not in class being taught by someone. You're being shown all of these things, these truths, because anything that arrives in your reality has to be a vibrational match. So therefore, it's a vibrational truth of yours. How you interpret it is your own subjective journey. That's your experience as a human. That's not right or wrong. That's truth by you. You can always change your truth by transcending your belief systems and then finding a different way to relate to reality, a different truth. And it has everything to do with feeling that I'm working on right now. So what you can do is like a little experiment. I had reminders. Okay, we're getting to the experiment. I had reminders in my life about some actions that I did. I would remind myself that I was doing things like my father. I didn't have a good time with my dad. He was a good dad in a lot of senses. That on the surface was just, just getting by dad, and supportive in some ways, and in a critical, and very critical and very emotional, abusive as well. Okay. And that's his generation. That's his shit. I get that, but what it is I saw a feeling inside of me that where my mind was judging me for being like my dad, and I didn't like to be anything like my dad. So I started to observe that and started to relate to the feeling behind it. And there was a different interpretation of what I was gesturing in action other than what my memory said. And it didn't belong to my dad. That's what my memory was assigning it. So through observation, I got to feel it a different way. I got to interpret it a different way. It wasn't skewed by emotional memories triggered in the idea of the scene. So the exercise is to think about something, a memory of bad, and always go to bad. Don't go to good, because it's easier to go to bad. We have more of a shitty time. A percentage of our time as humans, unless you're like maybe a Kardashian, is percentage of anxiety, worry, possibility of loss. We always have a possibility of loss of job, loss of a person, loss of safety, loss of security. They can take something from me. We got an entire society of just monstrous fears out there. Just fear mongers whoring their shit all over us, right? So we have that as a human. So you can think of something that's you're afraid of, or that would be a bad thing that happened to you. And I really want you to feel it. I really want you to dig into it, but I want you to interpret it and use the emotional side of you and just observe it. Hello, Ann. Hello, Ann Miller. Hello, Siska. Go, Daddy. Who else is here? Thank you. So I want you to feel that emotionally. I really do. I want you to be okay of opening yourself up to a possible tragic future or to relive a traumatic past. And I want you to live it. Look, guys, this is a master class. It takes courage and trust. Don't come down here and get nilly-willy with yourself. Be a badass. That's what you deserve to know that you are capable of, because you're transcending an entire species that doesn't know their gods, and the only thing is divided is in their head, so they see that as the world divided, and hey, we got oh, that's right, Adoria, hi, sweetie. Mwah. Oh my gosh, I forgot your name. I'm sorry, darling. So they see the divided world as externalism. That's where humans operate. It's not me, it's them. It's not us, it's them. It's you against me, or me and you against them. It's all separate, but that's in here. That's the divided mind. That's the whole Bible thing, is that a kingdom cannot stand if it's divided. This is the division. This is the kingdom. Okay, it's your separated self that believes in the human idea of polarity, right and wrong, good and bad, us and them. That's in your head. But what it is you are one and all creating a bubble of experience that is uniquely yours. And if you remove those ideas of the divided, you'll see a unity about you. You won't have good feelings and you won't have bad feelings. You have extraordinary. You don't have fucking extraordinary. I'm telling you, you'll have fucking bliss. You'll have unsolicited bliss. No more seeking happiness. No more hunting it. No more pursuit. It's a state of being. It's well, it's magic. So, anyways, and then I want you to feel it. I want you to enrich yourself with that feeling. Become it. And then I want you to do the same thing again. But as it's doing it, watch, observe, slow down, let it go to the end. Get afraid, get angry, pull yourself back from the anger, get fearful, and be afraid right to the edge, and then pull yourself back into the now and relax a little bit. But I want you to see how easy it changes. But now, as you're still observing it, I want you to feel it and feel the emotions, and then feel for something that's beyond the emotions. Adaria with $20. Thank you so much. Super chat, $20. Shout out. Thank you so much, Donnie. You are so sweet. Yay. Wait, let me get rid of, hang on. What is that? There we go. Thank you. Mwah. So I want you to feel it. Okay? I want you to feel it. And sense, be observant, relax, slow down. Our appetical minds of education, the way we were taught, was always to seek, and once you know, then you'll be okay. It's some kind of false safety and sense of security that knowledge is going to somehow manifest itself into some protection or future idea. Knowledge has a lot of payoffs on the earth. I'm not dishing knowledge here. You can become very well educated and get a very, very good job and make money but that doesn't erase your relationship of separation. Knowledge doesn't do that. Your transcendence does that. Debbie, I haven't heard from you in 2 weeks, girl. Where have you been? I miss you. I hope you're down here. Let me come down and say hi. I'll drive down. So I want you to feel it in a new way. I really do. Because I felt things. Here's what I felt. I was talking to Tommy Jean today. We went over to La Cantera to do our little walk. It's an outdoor mall here. And if you walk the whole thing, it's about 1.5 miles. Wonderful. It was 83 degrees this morning in Texas. And it was beautiful. So it was a great walk. And I was talking to him about something. And this has been coming back. See, I was relying on memories from the past, right? Through my memory bank, I was relying on that to interpret my past. So I start feeling my nows, and my nows brought back memories, but they weren't the memories that I always remember all my life, like the bicycle or an outfit, or slipping and skinning my knee one time, or spilling my Kool-Aid in kindergarten. There was not those memories that I always had. These are different memories, but they're not memories of imagery. They're memories of feelings. They're memories of feelings. Very, very different. Let me write, hang on, guys. Michelle writes, thank you for this. I've been asking for a raise, and it's been 3 months of asking and still no word back. Fear has come up and hurt, knowing I deserve the raise. Okay, so here, let me give you this, okay? This is about vibration. Everybody pay attention. Michelle, listen to me. You have to be worthy of the raise. Not here. Because when you demand it, you are lacking. You are begging. You are saying, hey, this is my resume. I deserve a raise. That's using demand on the outside to fulfill the inside. No, don't do it. You don't do it. Don't do it. Here's what you do. Fear no loss. Fear no loss of your job. fear no loss of retribution. You walk into that MF in place, okay? You walk in there and you own it. You have $1 billion in the bank. Fuck a million. Million ain't shit anymore. $1 billion in the bank, and you're the owner. You walk in with that divine nonchalance, and you go in there and say, hey, by the way, I asked about a raise and I still haven't got it. So can you let me know right now? Not today, not tomorrow, right now. See, you have to stand on a truth, and you have to be authentic vibration. Your vibration is directly associated with the version that you get in the mirror. So if you walk in there half-assed, I'm not sure, I'm afraid, you're vibrating that into the fucking mirror, and the mirror is going to give you that back, and it's not going to be happy because you're inauthentic to your own existence. Come on, Michelle. You're a master. You chose humanity, the master class. Every human, from the wretched to the saints, whoever puts them up on a pedestal, are the equal of bravery, of mastery, of earned vibration to move themselves into this field. No, a raise wouldn't be human. No, it wouldn't be human. It would be a self of exploration. It might be a human attribute to others, but to her, it's a way of gaining her authority within herself. So if Michelle, they say no, make a choice. Don't be afraid. Make a choice. If you're worth more and you stay for less, you're making a choice that isn't vibrationally in line with what you are as a creator. You create the world around you. You create the world around you. If you're vibrating lack, you're going to create a lack-full world. Doesn't happen overnight. It takes years. It takes work. It takes commitment. It takes trust. It takes courage. It takes absolutely masterful choices in the moment to deconstruct an old self, stand on the dead corpse of that, and birth a new self. So you got to walk in there with, I'm worthy of my own existence, and go get your raise. That's not a problem to get more money. Money is like air. I'm breathing air every day. Why can't I have money every day? It's my relationship with it that says I can't, or says the particular means it can come through. And I only can come through 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 ways. That's it. And I can't get money any other ways. Guess what? Then I won't. Okay? Michelle writes back. Yes, I understand, and it's not given. That's their problem. Something, why is this little thing in the way? Something better is out there. Of course it is. You're better, but you don't go kicking this to the dirt and go look for it. You vibrate and attract. This is not, the law of attraction is not law of pursuit. It's a law of attraction. You start to be worthy. You start to be your divine nonchalance. They say no, you just go, okay, thank you. You keep being your authentic true self and let reality take care of it. Reality, I tell you what it does. Okay? What does the mirror do? It's a conveyance of truth. We talked about that, right? So when you're truthful to yourself and make the choices of yourself, then the mirror will reflect that. Okay? So if you are authentic and you accept that truth, if that person say, no, you're not going to get a raise, we can't afford it. Okay, just accept that truth, but also accept your change. In that moment, you go, okay, I'm ready for the change. And then it comes. You'll know when to quit, just like you know unequivocally a right choice. Like, this is my choice now. It's not right or wrong choice. Oh, no, it's never right or wrong. It's the right choice for me right now. That's what you got to look at, okay? That's what you got to feel. That's what you got to trust. I've done it 1,000 times, and I'm still fucking kicking ass because I know vibration works. So back to the idea of the feeling of reality. What really became very cool to me, and we had a class with Einstein a while ago about ancestry and how it ties in to you. Everything is not only in your DNA, but it's also in your gestalt. And I didn't understand it in its totality yet, but he gave us tools, and I've been using those tools of meditation on how to get in there. So now that I'm in there, I'm understanding it now. So here's what I know. When I was talking to Tommy Jane, we were doing back to the walk, right? We're walking. And I was telling him, he said, I have a lot of memories about my life in my mind. But when I feel my life, I get these different memories. These memories aren't occasions like, remember that time we had dinner and this, or we did this and we went here, we went bicycle riding, or not those memories. For lack of a better word, really, their abilities. Their abilities. That's what I feel. In this lifetime, I can remember learning abilities, not just the task of a bicycle. Oh man, it's harder than I thought. It's like, okay, I studied martial arts since I was 11 years old. Some kung fu from a guy in Germany, and then Jeet Kune Do for about 22 years, right? And I studied with a second generation. I was a second generation. He was a first generation. It means JKD is Bruce Lee's, and he studied with Bruce Lee, right? So I was taught by him, and I learned so much. And what happened is, when I tuned back into this past self, I knew everything. I didn't have to remember everything. That's why I think Beethoven is Beethoven, because he tapped into his knowing, his abilities. I mean, he didn't have to search it like we do. People just, proteges, and you have that kid that's 13 that's already graduated with a master's, is new, just smart as a whip guy, but he had access. That's it. He's not special. Nobody's special. Everyone is God, and it's all about access through vibration. But you can't go with need, want, desire. You don't want to be pressuring, vibrating, pushing out against the mirror saying, I don't have what I need. Then you're going to reflect back, hey, you don't have what you need. And you never get it, because that's what you're telling yourself. That's what you're putting into the mirror. So you got to stop, and you got to start to understand a relationship of authenticity with yourself. So slow down and observe, transcend emotions through observation, surrender, allowance, ownership. I can't teach you all of that. That's the classes that'll teach you that. But that's enough for you to intelligence yourself and go into it and understand. So when you go into that emotional state, and you can feel the anger, you can feel the fear, and you can feel the worry and the anxiety and the possibility, and you're starting to panic. And I want you to disconnect to the panic, but I want you to observe yourself panicking. I want you to become the panic, but observe it as well. And then I want you to feel how you feel while you're panicking. You have the emotional side of you, but you have another side of you too. And that's where you got to find God. That's where it is. That's the other half of you, is eternity, is the eternal being. It's God, it's creator. So I want you to work on that, because it's spectacular. So he has said he referring back to Einstein, my parts. So had told us, it's like, once you understand this self, then you'll start to go along what you call your lineage back into your other incarnations. He never called them past incarnations. He always called them other incarnations, because he doesn't put things in linear time, in congruency. I think that's the right word. Everything is, of course, now from different perspectives, a different focus. This, if I focused on, Hero, that past of mine, Hero, doesn't matter if she was 400, 500 years ago. Hero is now in my now. That's how she is. Okay. It's not that she's now and I'm now. We're in the same time. We're not looking at time. We lost the equation of time. We're looking at, this is what I'm looking at now. And that now is me now. And I can learn from her. It's truly a remembrance of hers what it is, but I am educating this experience, this focus, this fractal through that self, not through interpretation and education up here of learning and memorizing and regurgitating and what can I do with it? What's it used for? No, through the feeling of it, which is, oh my God, it's so intelligent. It is so full of intelligence, of life, of understanding, of wisdom, of expansion. It's there. It's all there. And it's fantastic. So I want you to work on that if you choose. Okay, slow down. I tell the students in the advanced class, Sly does too, take 5 minutes, not 10, but just take 5 minutes, not half an hour. Don't do a ritualistic idea, but take 5 minutes and get quiet and find a room so you can just observe and just watch your thoughts and watch how you get attached to your thoughts. And then you are thinking, and then you'll realize, wait a minute, I'm not there. I'm in the room meditating. Let me get back here. And then you do it again and you just observe and work on that observing self. Develop that skill, because then you won't be so reactionary to the emotions, because you recognize that's an emotional state that has nothing to do with me. That's my emotional identity telling me to react that way to something that's not going on right now. 90% of our lives are lived in the past and the future. That's where we're focusing. Oh, sure, we do paperwork in the now, but we ain't fucking thinking about the paperwork. We're thinking about break. Oh, it's so good. It's so much fun. Anyways, I think that's it. Debbie, give me a text sometime. I miss you, darling. I want to catch up. So listen, I am going to skip the light bingo and say goodbye to everyone. I love you so much. Please check out the classes. Thank you, Ginger. Check out the classes. They are available this Tuesday. And you can check out the website. If you have any questions, please email me. And till next weekend, I love you all. Okay. And if you can, give us a thumbs up. Share the video if you like it. And I love you. Go and rock your world, masters. Don't let anyone shit on your porch. You don't deserve it. Go be your God. Okay? Love to all. Good night, everyone. Bye.